Welcome to Nuevo TouchPOS. In this demonstration, we'll give you an overview of the administrative functions. This is the main screen. If we click on Admin, and you have the right security level, because you can lock the admin function so that only managers or owners can access them, but presuming you do, the administration screen will come up. Now there are a number of functions here that are handy. On the left hand side, we've got Staff Change Reconcile, which is the equivalent of a X-read. It will allow you to count the till and reconcile the till, or see how the sales are going for the day on the fly. It doesn't wipe out the data or archive the data. It simply gives you a how's it going so far snapshot into the till. It's especially handy when you're changing staff and is an honesty procedure. So if you have staff members working on one shift during the day and they want to hand over their till to a new shift of staff, you want to find out if there's any discrepancies either from the first shift or the second shift. So what you would do is get them to do a staff change reconcile. They need to count their till in, make sure that it balances. Any discrepancies are noted from the first shift, and that way when you do a end of night reconcile with the last shift, you'll see where the discrepancies are, whether they're coming from the first shift or the second shift. Night end reconcile, just jumping down one there, is the equivalent of a Z read on a normal cash register. Now that is a once-off operation that closes off the day. So you have to be careful that if you're going into there, you really do intend to close off your operations for that trading day. What will happen is you'll be able to finally count in all the money that's in the till and FPOS receipts, credit card transactions, that sort of thing, balance them against the sales that the till has rung up. It will quickly show you any discrepancies. You'll be able to put in your float so that it will all balance. And again, you'll be able to see if you're over or under, and then when you leave that form, it will write those transactions into the archive. So they're not going to be available for you to do further reconciles on as an ongoing procedure. It does close off the day, it draws a line under the day. Some people will do that at night when they're finally closing up for the night. Others will do it when they're doing the banking, and they will count out the till, take it to the bank, and then start their business day again. Again until they do the next lot of banking. Whatever procedure works for you, just so long as you're very clear that it is like a Z read, it will close off the transactions for the business day. Delayed reconcile is for situations where you have a manager that will close off, or maybe a trusted staff member, that will close off the till for you for the business day. They don't intend to reconcile the till, so usually what they do is they take their cash drawer, pop it into a safe, and then an owner or a trusted person later on will take their till, open up the delayed reconciles, find theirs, the snapshot of their closing off the end of the night, and then count in the money at that stage. So it's like leaving the end of night reconcile half done. It will close off the night and allow normal operations, but it will still again allow you to access it as a manager or owner later so that you can count the till in and do the balancing operation. Stock entry and ordering is one of the more advanced features that will allow you to count in any stock that's coming in, listed as numbers of a particular product that the till is to keep track of, and there are some functions in there that will check your stock levels against what you're setting as a par level, the level that you want to keep in stock, and if it drops below the par level, you can generate an order, and it will automatically go and create an order for a specific supplier. The reports are your statistics basically. There's a variety of reports in there that will show you what products, what days, how much you're selling. Promotional display is a new feature. It's basically you can have up to 12 bitmap images that are the equivalent of adverts. Now that applies if you happen to have a customer display monitor that's an LCD or normal computer type monitor. Some of the TouchPOS units have those, and it means that as you're ringing up sales, it can display advertising to your customers. So it will randomly select from the 12 images that you put in there. Now the functions over here are product list edit. Now every time you carry a new product line, if you get in a new item that you want to sell, you need to add it to your product list. And that's where you can go in and edit things like what the barcode is for that particular product, how many of those products in a case when you get them delivered, and whether the case has its own barcode. It will allow you to work out the cost per unit, and there's a little handy calculator function in there for working off your invoice from your wholesaler to achieve all those statistics. If you want to go into that more advanced feature and set that up nice and thoroughly, then it means that later on when you create a button and you draw on those products in the recipe for that button will know its margins, and it's, by comparing the sale price to the costs that it will bring from the product list. Button keys edit is simply a way to get in and create or edit item buttons on your screen. They need to be attached to menus, and then the next button down, of course, is about menu keys edit. So you can create categories of up to 36 items at a time. Staff edit is another way of getting in to edit staff, add staff, remove staff, edit their details, change their security settings. Coupon keys edit is a special menu. A coupon is basically a negative sale. So if you issue coupons to your customers, it might be $10 off. They bring a coupon in. During the process of ringing up a sale, you'll be offered coupons. Any coupons you've created as item buttons here will be available to ring up. So you would match those to the coupon that the customer is handing you. Discount keys edit is simply where you set the discount levels for a few different categories, up to 4 default categories. That's for quick access if you have to apply discounts quite often. Members edit relates to giving customers discounts and loyalty programs and keeping track of customers. There'll be some more advanced features coming, like invoicing, that will rely heavily on a members database later on. Now you can quit the program. This is where you would normally go to close the till, and it takes you back to the Windows operating system beneath the till. System config is where you would set up most of the operational settings for the till system. You'll be able to set up hardware, you'll be able to revise things like your receipt. We'll have to go and do a demo presentation of all of that. There's quite a lot of features in there for you to operate. You can activate your software in there, you can set security levels, so a whole heap of functions that you would probably not access every day, but you would like to set up, especially at the beginning. So that's the administrative menu. Up the top left as well, that I missed, was the backup database to local. Now that has a few nifty features in it. You can back up the database as one file, all the data. That's handy to do every now and again in case you have a computer crash. And it also has a new feature for backing up to XML. XML is a very generic format, easily understood by a lot of other programs. So it's a great way of interfacing with other programs. Also, you can export to XML, change or upgrade your Nuevo TouchPOS, and it might have a different data structure. Who knows what we're going to be introducing in the future, but you'll be able to export your data and then import it in this very standard format back into the new version of the software. That should mean that you can very easily upgrade from version to version. Now, if you'd like to check other demos, we will go into each of these functions in more detail. This has just been an overview of the administrative functions.